Welcome to the Nerd News Podcast, starring Tyson Cox and Tyler Waltz. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Nerd News Podcast. I am your host, Tyson Cox, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host,
Tyler Waltz.
Yeah. It's good to be here. You had a good week?
Yeah,
a good
had
weekend?
a really good week. Yeah, I think we both had a pretty good weekend.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, we ended up surprise performing at Helium Comedy Club, so that was exciting.
Being unbookable got us booked.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got the message like, hey, forgot to book somebody. Thought of you guys.
Everyone good's busy.
Yeah.
You can stand there for 20 minutes.
But yeah, it was an excellent show. It was a lot of fun. We obviously would have told you guys about it if we knew basically before Friday.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. Did do the secret Don't Tell show at Donuts and Dragons, and so I might be running a show there after that. Gets all set through. So that was good. It was a good weekend.
Yeah,
good weekend.
Yeah, it was excellent. The headliner for the weekend was Doogie Horner. Very funny, incredibly funny person.
Yep, I hate him. I hate anyone that's better than me.
But yeah, so check him out. He was great.
Yeah. How about you guys out there in the nerd world? Let us know how you're feeling, how you're doing. Email us at the nerdnewschannel@gmail.com.
Yep.
It's our email. But
now.
find us on the internet. Yeah, for now. Ooh, big things.
Yeah, mysteries.
In the back. I also look like I'm slowly fading, like a 1980s ghost.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, your shoulders all wonky.
We have special effects here. We're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff went down over the weekend.
It's been insane.
It
was more than just the weekend. Like this whole last week, Twitch has just been on fire.
Twitch has been on fire. GTA leaks and stuff like. Man, it's nuts. Let's start with the Twitch stuff. That's up top.
Yeah. So I've been following this closer than probably like any other drama. I don't like drama really. I really don't. But the sheer amount of stuff was unavoidable.
You say it. Just like everyone else that I hate drama, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyways, I did throw a milkshake.
I'm not like other girls.
Yeah,
Tyson.
I'm not like.
But no, like normally when it comes to like nerdy news and stuff, I'm worried about the new games that are coming out, the new whatever. But we have discussed doing things on Twitch. Mm-hmm. So when I suddenly started to do research this week on it, and it's just exploding.
It's just on fire.
Yeah, it's just imploding on itself. So I don't even know where to begin.
Well, there was a guy. He was joking around with one of his viewers and was like, I'll beat you buns at TwitchCon.
Yeah, I can't remember what that guy's name was, but essentially there was a streamer that was joking around with his audience and was like, "Oh yeah, if I see you at TwitchCon or whatever the convention was, I'll beat you up." And then he got a 7-day suspension, which is the equivalent to if we had sex right now on camera. We would also get banned for 7 days.
Well, then they bumped it up to 30 days.
Yeah, but then the guy that did the whole "I'm going to beat you up" got banned for 30 days.
Yeah.
So Twitch is just. People are furious about how wishy-washy they are on their rules. Mm-hmm. Like one of their number one rules is like no like sexually explicit content. Yet there's hot tub streams. There's literally the girl that got banned only for 7 days for having intercourse on camera.
Yeah, thanks, church dad.
Yeah. Right? But like it's wild. And then this guy is like, "Oh yeah, a longtime tier 3 whatever subscriber. I'll beat you up if I see you, buddy."
Yeah.
And then it's like 30 days. Like
they're
so inconsistent because they know one gets views, the other one not as much.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad. Like it's a bummer. And I'm not saying this as there shouldn't be whatever content. Mm-hmm. I do not care. There can be hot tub streams. There can be. That's great. If you want to watch it, go for it.
Yeah.
But when your rules beat around that bush, that's when it becomes a problem. Because you're setting a precedent that you're not following.
Yeah, if you want to do violence, go to YouTube.
Yeah, if you want to kill somebody, I'll give you a website.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. What's your opinion on all that stuff? Because I know to the world of live streaming and Twitch, you don't really know much. Like, you've never really done anything with it before.
No, I don't know a ton. I do feel that, like, if you, quote-unquote, accidentally have sex on stream.
It could happen at any moment. No.
Yeah. Like, are they eating spaghetti?
But
I think if you're doing like quote unquote accidental things to get like 7-day ban for boning on stream.
Yeah.
That seems, if it's that far against their policy, that should be that. But I also understand how you should ban people that are actually threatening violence.
Yeah, when I first read that article, my brain went to an algorithm's not going to understand a joke of I'm going to beat you up.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that one, but he's also one of the biggest streamers that doesn't have an auto moderator. He actually has a contact at Twitch.
Oh, okay.
So that's where people are like, this should have been overturned immediately, and it's going way further.
Yeah, and then it is weird that it got ramped up too.
Yeah, but the lady that had sex is back streaming again.
Yeah, and, what's her name? So I don't ever run into her.
I'm not sure. I do know that her viewership went up tenfold.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna have to start doing that.
Viewers.
Yeah, well, yeah. That is actually every time we do a TikTok where I rip off my shirt, which is a few. We always lose some people.
What was that one comment? You could have at least warned us.
Yeah. Just rip the shirt over and someone's like, "You're ruining my day."
Yeah. So that started the Twitch kind of stuff.
You know, if you're going downhill, might as well go downhill fast.
Yeah, you might as well just not stair step it, just straight on, full on slippery slope.
Yeah.
The second one, which I don't know a ton about, so we probably won't get into it much.
Yeah.
Was there were a few rather large Twitch streamers that are allegedly in the middle of dealing with some legal things for covering up a sexual assault.
Yeah,
which is wild because that got way blown up really quick and then covered up by something, in my opinion, very mundane. Like, it was pretty wacky.
Yeah. It like that, and that's a topic that like I don't really want to make any like goofs about because it is it's not hey guys, not cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
To quote the Deep.
Like, big book of not cool things, #1. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that it's just getting kind of like swept under the rug.
Yeah.
In like, oh, we're getting rid of gambling.
Well, the thing is like that one doesn't really involve Twitch. Because like from my understanding, it was creators at a Twitch thing. So it does involve Twitch because it was a Twitch event.
Yeah.
But technically all the stuff that happened was with streamers. So the question is Twitch going to come down on them? Is it going to just be a legal thing? Like, that's where the wishy-washiness of it has come into play.
That is a gray area. I think you really can't do anything until like
something happens.
Convictions.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like I think if it gets to convictions, you know, whoever's guilty, you know, gone off the platform.
At the time of recording, there's not much information about it, which is another reason that it's still just ambiguous.
Yeah.
But then almost immediately Twitch came out and there was a hashtag that was trending called no gambling Twitch or something like that.
Yeah.
There was a hashtag around it.
Which, why did that, like, I don't quite understand how gambling on Twitch works.
So you aren't gambling on Twitch.
Okay.
Streamers are gambling and people are watching their gambling.
Yes.
But people will donate to that person and they will use those donations to gamble.
That seems like the smartest thing I've ever heard of for the gambler.
Yes, but the argument is that people with gambling addictions that are not gambling are gambling through like proxy. So it's encouraging like addiction.
That's very weird. Like I can see where they're coming from, but
I get the link.
Do you get money if you donate and then he's like, this is your 100?
I think that's illegal because you can't gamble on behalf of somebody anyway. Like I couldn't give you $100 to go gamble, and I get a percentage of your earnings. Like, that's already an illegal thing unless it's like a sponsorship for poker.
Yeah, I've committed crime
that's
then.
When you get taxes. Like,
someone gave me $20. I was like, "Oh, put this on red," and I was like, "All right, I'm a criminal. I lost."
I think it also depends on your state as well, which is why here in Indiana we get tons of like. What's it called? Like the BetMGM or something like that? Yeah. Because we're one of like 5 states that allow app sports gambling.
Yeah, and Caesars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's all follow the money.
Yeah.
It's all at the top.
For me personally, I don't think they should have banned gambling. I really don't. I'm very much, I mean, you know me, I'm very much freedom of do anything that's not directly harming somebody. People have the right to make their own decisions. if somebody is streaming gambling content and they're not stealing money, I think they have every right to make a show or whatever they want around it.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're now cracking down, and they didn't even crack down on all gambling. They did like slots and like casino style stuff, but you can still do sports gambling
and fantasy gambling and poker.
Yeah. So they were very selective with the type of gambling. I think the biggest, another like link that somebody made is that children are like proxy gambling through these people for like loot boxes and slots and everything like
Which
that.
I think that should it's already getting like taken care of in other countries. I think Germany is really outlawed loot. Like we should do that.
Right. We've talked about it before. I'm okay with it as long as it's like cosmetic stuff only. I only draw the line when it's a competitive gambling.
I still think with loot boxes, you should either have the option to buy it, or you could loot box it. That way you can at least get the thing you want.
Yeah, or have some route, even if it's a lot of stuff to do to unlock it.
True. Yeah.
Like what Battlefield tried to do, but it was just insanity. It's like 80 hours per character, or $2.99 for a chance of getting Darth Vader. It's very sleazy. It's very sleazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's.
Well, then there was a guy that was, speaking of sleazy and gambling, he was begging his viewers for donations because he was like, my check hasn't come in.
I completely forgot about that. There was
and then he would gamble it away.
Twitch streamer. I guess if we talk about this stuff in the future, I should write down the names of the Twitch streamers.
And we should also say allegedly too.
Yes,
it's all alleged.
Yeah, $300,000 allegedly. Was stolen allegedly. From this guy who was reaching out to friends, family, some of his viewers, being like, "Hey, I'm just kind of in between paychecks right now. Could I get like floated some cash?" And he was able to do it over the course of time to get $300,000 that he spent all on gambling, which a lot of people speculate that was another reason that Twitch kind of came down on the banning. Yeah. Because somebody scammed a bunch of people, so now it's ruined for everybody.
God, that's how I don't understand the mentality of needing to getting that far in the hole.
I get it. I don't have a problem with gambling. I do not like gambling at all.
You have a problem with delicious foods. I need to borrow $100 of this truffle butter. Don't worry about it.
You're right. But I understand the mentality of wanting to get out of the bad situation that you've been put in. Mm-hmm. But obviously to do that, you've kind of got to double down. Yeah. Because, like, it's to me, it's similar to when you're playing a video game on a very hard difficulty. It's like the 30th time that you've died. And then before it loads up again, you get that message that says, like, do you want to turn down the difficulty? And it's like, I'll murder your family. Don't you dare belittle me, My Little Pony 4.
Very hard bosses in My Little Pony 4. Really
Souls-like.
Very, very Souls-like. Great soundtrack, too. Did they get a guy from Doom?
Yeah. We might need to bleep murder your family. That's twice now. But yeah, like I understand it because you're so frustrated and you're like, oh, I know I can win. I know I can win. I know I can.
I don't get how you, like, after you get to, like, I don't know, $100,000, you're like, no, I can keep going.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the same reason that they programmed like Facebook and Instagram and all these social medias to have the scroll function.
Yeah,
it's
unlimited
instant gratification. Yeah, you just lost, but in 8 seconds you could win. You know,
it's upsetting.
It's literally just rewiring your brain to just keep you going,
which is dumb.
Yes, no, it's stupid. It's terrible.
Yeah. Now another fun Twitch thing, my favorite of all the things that people are bringing up, is that chess player who is using vibrating butt beads.
Well, the funny thing is that's technically not even a Twitch thing, was it?
Yeah, I think it was being streamed on Twitch.
Oh, it was? Okay. Yeah. The allegations of cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the world's best chess player was beaten by a relatively amateur pro.
Whatever, newcomer.
And there was a joke post on, I believe, Reddit, where they were like, oh, yeah, because...
Scum of the earth Reddit. Anyways, hi, guys.
There's a program that was a few years ago, because it goes pretty deep onto how this actually became speculation. There's a program that you could put into a little bitty vibrating disc that was found in somebody's shoe. And in their shoe, if whenever like it detected the move on the board, it would vibrate a certain amount of times to signify like D6 for the thing.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, well, you could put that in a butt plug. And then the internet was like, oh my God. It just completely dead sprinted with it.
I would respect and also like be so baffled if like I'm like you got the hunger. You want it.
Right.
You're cheating, but you went the extra mile.
Well, the guy was like, oh, I'll play again naked. Like he actually came out and was like, I'm more than happy to just play naked.
Yeah. My plan's working.
Yeah. Right. So
I'm going to need everyone to take a deep look into my brown eye.
So there were people that were speculating that he was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Even the person that he faced, like, dropped out of the competition. It was like some really shady, like underhanded, I'm not going to say he's cheating, but I'm making a statement by saying I will no longer participate until something's done.
Yeah.
And then they did a rematch not too long ago. And the guy, the world's best, that lost after 2 moves. It was literally bop, bop. Quit, dropped out, rage quit, left another match against the guy. Doubling down on this shady, backhanded way of saying he's cheating.
How? I don't know enough, but how is like you move 2 pawns and the guy's like,
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
In 47 moves, he's gonna get me in my 56th position.
Yeah, I don't know enough about chess to know what he could have picked up on anyway.
Yeah,
but. Apparently in competitive chess, there's this weird thing where AIs play drastically different than people.
Okay.
So there are certain responses that are very AI.
Okay.
And there are certain responses that are very human because the human responses lead to more variability to squeeze out a win, where an AI is predicted based on just reaction. So if this moves, normally there's 3 moves that a human would make, but an AI always makes this one.
I see.
It was stuff like that people were picking up on.
Yeah. Even though he's still like the best at chess, I'm like, what a nerd.
Yeah. Like,
go outside.
If anything, if you were able to pick up on that, beat him at his own game if you're that good, you know?
Yeah, but if I understand why he's like, I'm not going to go through this.
For sure, but stop doing this whole backhanded, like, instead of making an accusation and trying to bring things to light, just reclusing into a shell and being like, I'm not gonna play.
Well,
like, it's a very childish way to go about it.
I mean, it is, but what can you do, you know?
I don't know, grow up.
Yeah. Punch him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, violence.
Violence.
Yeah.
Right always.
And banned on Twitch. No.
Well, luckily we're not on Twitch.
Not yet.
We'll get there.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see what's up.
I don't know. I like YouTube Live.
Sure.
YouTube Live actually...
Hey, you guys let us know.
Yeah, you guys let us know. YouTube Live actually made a bit of a response to Twitch by saying, we're not changing our stuff.
And they're like, you can gamble and show butthole and smooch.
I completely forgot to bring it up. Twitch changed their monetization. It used to be, in the old days of Switch, sponsorships, donations, and stuff would go 50% to the person creating the content, 50% to Twitch. To encourage people to go to Twitch from other live streaming programs, they moved it to 70-30.
That feels better.
Yes. In the middle of all this controversy, they were like, it's going back to 50-50.
No.
Yep. So now they've reduced, and it's only for certain types of income. It wasn't everything.
Okay.
So they did like a comprehensive breakdown, but YouTube's like, guess what? We're still 70-30. We also do live. I know it's not used much, but we've got it. And now a lot of people are like, if these are enacted, I think they said like October something.
18th?
I think that was it. By October 18th, it'll be enacted. A lot of people are like, if they do it, there's a big movement of creators that are moving immediately to YouTube. So yeah, that's kind of everything going on in the world of like drama.
Yeah.
Which is odd that we were even involved in.
Yeah, 1 week in.
Yeah,
one week, yeah.
1 week, all this stuff went down. And there's 3 or 4 things that we didn't even cover because they were so small and compared to like these huge ones.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to get drama, get it done in a week, you know? You got 51 weeks clear, you know?
Yep, and they waited till almost the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the last bit of like in the drama world is the GTA leak. There's been some developments. They ladies and gentlemen, They got him. I'm sure that's not horrible to listen to.
I'm probably going to edit that out. They got him, boys. They rounded up this 17-year-old child in another country.
Yep. And when you look back at all of the stuff that happened with this leak, like he was threatening Rockstar.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, he was like, if you don't give me this money, then I'm going to release this source code, and and then he saw the 5-star marker above his head, and then they got the FBI on him, and they got him. Yeah,
That's
a 17-year-old hacker got all this stuff.
Which I remember being 17. Of course, it had to be a kid to do it. Just to be like that angry and that
the time.
The time.
So
the energy, waking up and not having your back hurt.
Yeah. I heard a fun fact that over 70% of hacks and hackers is actually just talking to somebody and getting information that they shouldn't have and running with it. So I'm sure the 17-year-old kid had some kind of connection through an adult to somebody, and he was excited and talking about some things. He got access to this guy's stuff, and then he just logged in with his password. Like, that is 70% of hacking, is talking to somebody and weaseling just a bit of info out of them.
Yeah, so don't if you guys are out there with GTA 6, don't tell people about it.
Yeah, don't tell anybody about it.
Keep it a secret to everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, so a 17-year-old kid, they sicked the FBI on a 17-year-old
How much money was he asking for?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I just heard that he was trying to extort them for money.
That's great.
It was obviously a lot.
He's also 17. He's like, all right, I will give you the GTA source code back if you let me touch a boob.
Yeah, if you give me the game when it comes out.
Can I just get a copy?
But
I'm still trying to get a PlayStation 5. Do you have any hookups on that?
So a lot of people were actually upset at the fact that they got the FBI involved, which I also am to a certain degree.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous to a sense, but at the same time, it's clearly based on the dollar value of what was stolen.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
The fact that Rockstar Games can call somebody at the FBI and have a full FBI team dedicated to finding I guess at the time they didn't know it was
a vicious hacker
who
let people know that you're going to have a sweet butt in the new game.
Right. But yeah, like, should Rockstar be able to phone up the FBI and get a dedicated team? That's wild.
That is absolutely insane.
And did they pay for it? Do they just make enough money and pay enough on taxes and stuff to warrant it? Like,
it's probably that, where they knew they're going to be at least a lot of reoccurring revenue based on it.
My conspiracy brain is that they had some money to put towards an FBI team.
Probably that too.
Yeah,
like all of it, all of the above.
But yeah, no, that's pretty wacky. I think that's really all we wanted to cover today, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's Drama Week, Drama Tuesday, everybody. Happy Drama Tuesday. You got any shows coming up or anything, Tyler?
October 1st, I will be in Avon at the Comedy on the Lawn.
Nice.
Opening for Dyke Michaels for the feature spot, and the headliner will be Lucas Waterfill, 2021 Indy's Funniest Person.
Mm-hmm.
And then October 6th, I will be at Metazoa Brewery for the dog show.
Wolf.
Yeah, which is a show. Nobody gets paid. Nobody makes money because it all goes to shelters.
Benefiting Indianapolis.
Person, go.
Benefiting Indianapolis Humane Society.
Yeah.
The only non-kill shelter in Indianapolis.
Yep.
Ran by Brian Petrie.
Yep. Well, the shelter isn't. The show is.
Well, the show is, yeah.
Yeah.
And Tyson Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I will be at Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel, Indiana on the 29th with Matt Alano Martin headlining. The first, I'll be in Saugatuck, Michigan for a show. So if you're up there, it's like Coral Gables, I think is what it's called. So come on out there. And then the second, I'll be at Detroit for the Detroit Shipping Comedy Show, free every Sunday.
That's cool. You really phoned that one.
I felt the gears slip.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to the man himself, the Beatmeister. Defense mechanism for all of his sweet sounds he puts out. Our theme and intro and outro is Beat Juice by Defense Mechanism.
Check his new album.
Check out his new album. And also, if you enjoyed us, tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Yep.
Tell a dog. I don't care. Tell someone.
Just rack up the views.
Get them views up, baby. And we'll see you guys on Thursday, all right?
Absolutely.